Good morning to all of you. Today I am continuing with chapter number 7, and the name of the chapter is Congruence of Triangles. It is one of the interesting chapter. So first we will continue with the word congruence. So what is the meaning of congruence? In our surrounding area, generally we are see the so many figures. If I am saying this is the figure of rectangle related with A, B, C, D. On the same time, if I am taking one more figure, this is E, F, G, H. So if I put in this way, so we can say this second page is the exact copy of this first one. Or if I put in this way, this is totally overlapped with the first page. This is the first page and this is the second one. So if any shape is the exact copy of the another, we can say that type of concept is related with the congruent. Or we can say one more figure is there. As you see, one step, this is related with one and this is related with second. If I put in such a way, the second one is the overlap to first one. So as you see here, both are same in size. And one more thing I will tell, these two A4 size paper, both are blank paper. If I put in such a way, then we can say both are totally overlap of each other. So in our surrounding there are so many figures. We can say these are two markers. Okay, if we will put one in such a way, then we can say yes, at this time only you see the first marker and the second one. I hope you will not see the second one, but these are two markers. So this is the concept of congruence. So what is the meaning of congruence or congruent? We can say two figures are congruent if they have exactly same in size and shape. Okay, so first we will continue with the concept congruence of plane figures. So before starting this, I want to tell one more thing. In our surrounding there are so many things. For example, you can say two keys of same lock, or 500 rupees notes. Both are, if we are taking two notes of 500 rupees, that is the same denomination, they are also the example of, you can say, congruent. We can say two books of your class. For example, if I am saying I will take two books of 7th class mathematics and I will put one book on the another, then they look like same. That is also the example of congruent. So there are thousands of examples available in our nearby area. So first I will continue with the congruence of plane figures. So I am making here some diagram. The diagram, we will put here F1. On the same time we are making one more diagram related with this. This is F2. So we can say F1 and F2 both are same in shape and size. That's why we can say F1 is congruent to F2, and this is the symbol of congruence or congruent. Okay, so we can say, as per these two diagrams, F1 is equal to F2, or we can say F1 is congruent to F2, and it is represented by this symbol, or we can say F1 is congruent to F2. So this is the concept of congruence of plane figures. Now I am taking one another concept, that is congruence of line segments. So what is the meaning of this concept? So I am taking here two line segments. This is AB and this is PQ. This is 5 centimeter and this is also 5 centimeter. So we can say line segment AB is congruent to line segment PQ because their length are same. On the same time, if I am taking some another line segment, the measurement of XYZ, this is 7 cm and this is AB related with 2 cm, then we cannot say the XY line segment is equivalent to line segment AB because their measurement or their length are different. So in this example, these both are congruent, but here we can say XY is not congruent to line segment AB. So this is the concept of congruence of line segment. After this, I am continuing with congruency of angles. So again I am continuing with some diagrams so that the concept of congruence of angles is clear to all of you. So the next concept is congruence of angles. How can we say angles are congruent to each other? So I am continuing with some diagram. Let this is angle A, B and C, and the measurement of this angle is 40 degrees. This is the first figure. And this is again 40 degrees. This is X, Y and Z. This is the second figure. This is third one. Now this time measurement is 30 degrees. This is the third figure. One more figure I will take here. L, M, and again this is related with the 40 degree. So in these four angles, we can say angle number 1, angle number 2 and angle number 3. In all these three angles, measurement are same, 40 degree, 40 degree and 40 degrees. So we can say angle ABC is congruent to angle XYZ, and we can say it is also congruent to angle LMN. It means these three angles are congruent. Why they are congruent? Because their measurements are same. With these three angles, we will not include this angle because here the measurement is 30 degree. That's why we can say these three angles are related with congruency, in which we will not include angle PQR because its measurement is 30 degree, which is not equivalent to their angles. That's why these three are congruent. So this is the concept of congruence of angles. After congruence of angles, I am continuing with the important concept that is related with congruence of triangles. How can we say two triangles are congruent? So again I will continue with some diagrams. So the concept of congruency of triangle is clear to all of you. So the next concept is congruence of triangles. So I will make two triangles here. This is A, B and C. Again I will make two triangles here, P, Q and R. So how can we say if this first triangle ABC is congruent to another triangle that is PQR? So we can say about the corresponding sides. So as you see in this triangle, if we are talking about AB side, so the corresponding side of AB is PQ. So we will write here AB and PQ both are equals. Okay. Then BC side in this triangle is equivalent to QR. So we will write here BC and QR both are corresponding side. One more side is there, that is CA and RQ. Okay. So we can say in the first triangle ABC, this AB side is corresponding to PQ, BC is corresponding to QR and CA is corresponding to RP, and it can also be represented as this, and this is the symbol of correspondence. We can say this is the symbol of correspondence. So this is the concept of corresponding sides related with these two triangles. Now I am continuing with the next concept, that is corresponding vertices. So angle A is related with P, angle B is related with Q, and angle C is related with R. So we can say in corresponding vertices for these two triangles, angle A and P both are corresponding angles, B and Q both are corresponding angles, C and R both are corresponding angles, and it can be written as, this is the another way of corresponding. Okay, now we will come to on next point, that is corresponding angles. So three angles are there in first triangle, in second triangle also. So how can we denote it? So if we are taking angle ABC from first triangle, so in second triangle we will take angle PQR. Okay, then if we take angle BCA, then from that side we will take angle QRT. Okay, and one more angle is there. If we are taking CAB from the first triangle, then its corresponding angle is that is RPQ. It means it can be written as angle ABC is corresponding to angle PQR, angle BCA is corresponding to angle QRP, and angle CAB is corresponding to angle RP. So this is the concept related with corresponding sides, corresponding vertices, and corresponding angles. With the help of these three, we can say triangle ABC is corresponding to triangle PQR, and we can say triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. So this is the symbol related with correspondence, and this is the symbol related with the congruent, and the whole thing is related with the concept of congruence of triangles. So we can say these two triangles are congruent if their corresponding vertices, corresponding angles, and corresponding sides are equal. So with the help of this concept, we will solve the question which is related with the congruency of triangles. So after congruence of triangles, I am continuing with one of the examples related with that. That is triangle ABC and triangle PQR are congruent under the correspondence ABC correspondence to RQP. We have to write the parts of triangle ABC that correspondence to. There are different subparts PQ, Q, and RP. So how can we will tell with the help of triangle ABC these subparts? So first we will make a diagram. This is A, B, C, and one more triangle. This is P, Q, and R. So we can say the corresponding vertices of A is R. For B, the corresponding vertices is Q, and for C, the corresponding vertices is P. So on behalf of this diagram, we can say A is correspondence to R, B is correspondence to Q, and C is correspondence to P. Therefore, how can we give the answer of for line segment PQ? We can say line segment PQ. This is PQ related with P is related with C. So we will write here C and Q is related with B. It means we can say PQ is the corresponding side of CB. Okay. After this, we will continue with angle Q. We can say the corresponding angle of Q. It means this angle Q is equal to this angle B as per this thing. So we can say it is related with angle B. And in the third part, RP line segment. It means you have to tell this line segment RP is equivalent to. So again we will come here. R is related with A and P is related with C. So we will write here AC. It means we can say line segment RP is related with AC. So if the concept of correspondence is clear to us, then we will easily tell the value of different line segments and angles. So this is the way of solving the question related with correspondence. Now I am continuing with some criteria related with congruency. So there are 4 types of congruency. One by one I will tell all type of criteria to you. So there are 4 types. So the first type is triple S criterion. So criterion of congruency of triangles. So it includes 4 types of congruency. The first one is side, side, side. Second one is side, angle, side. Third one is angle, side, angle. And the fourth one is RHS. So one by one I will tell each type of criterion to all of you. So first I am continuing with the criterion triple S criterion of congruency. So what is the meaning of this? So I am continuing with one diagram related with this triple S criterion. With the help of these diagrams, the concept of triple S is clear to all of you. So the measurement of AB is 1.5 centimeter. Here I am taking 2.5 centimeter and here I am taking 2.2 centimeter. On the same time, the measurement of PQ is 1.5 centimeter. This is 2.5 centimeter and this is 2.2 centimeter. So how can we will apply the concept of triple S criterion of congruency here? So basically the meaning of triple S criterion means we can say under a given correspondence, if the 3 sides of one triangle is equal to the corresponding sides of or corresponding 3 sides of the another triangle, then triangles are congruent. So we can say triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR if the 3 sides of this triangle ABC is equal to, or these 3 sides of this triangle ABC are equal to the corresponding sides of this another triangle PQR. Then these 2 triangles are congruent, otherwise these are not congruent. So as you see here, the measurement of AB side is 1.5 centimeter here, and here also the measurement of PQ is 1.5 centimeter. It means the corresponding sides of AB is PQ. So we can say in triangle ABC and triangle PQR, the measurement of AB and PQ. If we start from AB, we will also start from here PQ. So both the measurement are equal and this is equal to 1.5 centimeter. If I am saying BC side is equivalent to QR because their length is again equal, this is equal to 2.5 centimeter. If I am taking CA, CA is equivalent to RP because their length is again equal, this is over 2.2 centimeter. So with the help of S, S and S, we can say, or so we can say triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR by SSS criterion of congruency. Okay, so this is the way of solving the question which is based on triple S criterion. So the meaning of triple S criterion means the three sides of one triangle is equal to the corresponding sides of the another triangle. Then they are congruent. Otherwise, it is not possible. So after triple S, I am continuing with the next criterion, that is SAS. SAS means two sides and one angle. So again, I will tell this criterion with the help of some diagram. So I am continuing with SAS. So first I will make the diagram. This diagram looks like this. This is A, B, C. This is 35 degree. And here I am taking 2.5 centimeter and 3 centimeter. And at the same time, I am making another diagram. This is R, P, and Q. This is 2.5 centimeter. This is 3 centimeter, and this is 35 degree. So how can we say that this triangle is congruent to, or this triangle ABC is congruent to triangle RPQ? Okay, so we will apply here SAS, that is side, angle, side. So what is the meaning of this criterion? The meaning of this criterion is, under a given correspondence we can say two triangles are congruent if two sides and one angle included between them is equal to the corresponding two sides and angle included between them of the other triangle. It means we can say triangle ABC is congruent to triangle RPQ if their two sides and angles are correspondingly equal to another triangle. So it will be more clear. So first we will continue with in these two diagrams we can say angle C and angle P both are related with the 35 degree. Okay. After this we can say side CB. Side CB is equivalent to PQ. If we are taking here side CB, so here we will take PQ, both are equivalent to 3 centimeter. Okay. So after this side angle side, so this is related with angle, this is related with side, and the measurement is also equal. Now I am continuing with one more side. If I am taking here CA, so it means I will take from here. If I am taking CA from that triangle, it means I will take here PR, and this is equal to 2.5 centimeter. So this is related with angle, this is related with side, this is related with side. So we can say triangle ACB is congruent to, if I am taking here ACB, so what I will take here? I will take here triangle RPQ by SAS criterion of congruency. Okay, two sides and one angle. So we can say triangle ABC is, or triangle ACB, equal angle is there, na? So triangle ACB is congruent to triangle RPQ if two sides and one angle of one triangle is corresponding to two sides and one triangle of the another triangle. This is the concept of SAS criterion of congruence, or we can say C is corresponding to angle P, right? And this side CB, if we are taking CB, here we will take PQ. If we are taking BC, here we will take QP, right? And this angle A is corresponding to R, right? So A is corresponding to R, C is corresponding to this, and this BC side is equivalent to QP. Okay, so with the help of this concept, we can say these two triangles are congruent to each other. Now I am continuing with the next criterion, and the next criterion is related with ASA. It means this time we are taking two angles and one side. So again I will tell this type of congruency with the help of diagrams. Then we will show yes, triangles are congruent. So this time I will take from another triangle, that is A, B, C. This is 40 degree, 60 degree. This is 3.5 centimeter. Okay, and this is triangle B, E and F. This is 60 degree and this is 40 degree. And the measurement of this side is 3.5 centimeter. It means B is corresponding to this angle, A is corresponding to this angle E, and if I am taking side BA, it means here I will take FE. So how can we show the congruency in these two triangles? So I want to show how can we say triangle ABC is congruent to triangle EFG. This we have to show. So how can we start? So first we will take angle B is equivalent to angle F. Both are related with 60 degrees. Right. After this I will take a side. If I am taking BA, it means I will take side FE. This is related with 3.5 centimeter. It means these two sides are equal. Again I will come on angles. So 40 degree angle E. This is related with angle E. Both are related with 40 degree. So we can say triangle ABC is congruent to triangle EFD by ASA criterion of congruency. So if two angles and one side is corresponding to the another two angles and one side of the other triangle, then we can say we will continue with this criterion. Now I am continuing with one more criterion, that is RHS. RHS means R for right angle, H for hypotenuse, and S for side. So how can we will show the concept of RHS criterion? So again first I will make diagram, and with the help of that diagram we will consider the concept, that is RHS criterion of congruence. So here I am taking one interesting diagram. So this is your 90 degree, this is also 90 degree. So this is E, A, B, C, D. This side AE is equivalent to CB, and this AB side is equivalent to DB. So how can we show the congruency? How can we prove that triangle EB is congruent to triangle CBD. So first we will continue with the concept of correspondence. So these two angles are corresponding to each other. Okay. So if I am taking AE from here, it means I will take CB side. If I am taking AE, it means I will take CB from here. And if here I am taking EB, it means I will take BD side. So how can we show the congruency? How can we prove the congruency here? First we will say right angle side. So angle A equals to angle C. Both are related with 90 degree. So both the angles are equal. Okay. Then come to hypotenuse. So if I am saying the hypotenuse side of this A is EB. So if I am taking hypotenuse as EB, it means I will take here BD. This is the hypotenuse side. Okay. So EB is equivalent to BD. Okay. So then one more side is there. If I am taking AE, so it means AE is related with CB. AE is related with CB. Both are the equal sides. So we can say triangle AEB is congruent to triangle CBD with the help of, you can say, by RHS criterion. Right. So what is the meaning of this criterion? The meaning of this criterion, we can say, under a given correspondence, two right angle triangles, both are right angle triangles. Under a given correspondence, two right angle triangles are congruent if angle, hypotenuse and one more side, or we can say two triangles are congruent if the angle and other two legs means side of one triangle is equal to the right angle triangle of and legs of another triangle. Then we can say we will apply this RHS property, and this is the example related with this. So I hope with the help of these four congruency you will solve the question which is related with SSS, SAS, ASA or RHS. So it is one of the important concepts related with criterion of congruency. Thank you very much.